Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be having a look at the Warcry starter set revealed today on the Warhammer community site. Let's go then. We'll have a look at the video first, and then we'll have a look at the pictures they put in the article, and also some other images that we saw a little while ago. They were leaked images, but it would give us a really good idea about some of the rules maybe, and how these two warbands are going to play. But I really expected to see this on the weekend during the Warhammer online preview. They showed us the Cruel Boys warband instead, so I'm very surprised this has come out now. I thought if it wasn't during that preview, we'd see it later on. But it's here, so that's pretty fun. Let's have a look at everything and break it down then. I will say the article doesn't give an awful lot away, considering this is a reveal. There's only 2 images and that video. That's all the information they're giving, and the first image is this one here, so you can see all the models and the scenery that's going to be included in the starter set. It's called Warcry Crypt of Blood, and it's going to be a small scale starter set, and the idea, they say in the article, is that this is going to help new players break into the game with minimal fuss. It looks like the points values aren't going to be 1,000 each for the warband, so they're starting off a little bit smaller, and this is just going to be a real introductory game for sure here, and it's going to include 2 really good warbands though, and you will have seen these previously in Underworlds. You're going to get the Stormcast Eternals with Zandire's Truth Seekers, and you're also going to get the Vampires, the Crimson Court. So 2 very solid warbands, brilliant models, some of the best ones actually I think that we saw in Underworlds. They look really good, and so I think they've come out with 2 really cool warbands that oppose each other, and I like the little bits of scenery they put in there. There's not much there, so you're not going to get that dynamic movement and the experience you would have got from the starter sets with Warcry in the past. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how deep the rules go. As far as the pictures are concerned in the article, that's all they showed us, just 2 pictures, but it does say some other things that are going to be included. You're going to get a double-sided 30-inch by 22-inch cardboard gaming board and 6 new pieces of terrain that make up the gloomy crypt of Noctis, and that's going to include the sarcophagus and a statue of Neferata, the Mortarch of Blood. Here's an image that was leaked a little while ago. I did do a video about that, and so this shows some of the contents of the box. So as well as the 30 by 22 inch cardboard gaming board and the terrain, there's going to be a 72-page Crypt of Blood book that gives you the complete core rules for Warcry, so that's really good. Also lore for both of the warbands. You're going to get 7 battle plans in there that's designed just to play with this box, and then also some information on how you can continue with the game and develop it further, maybe picking up more scenery, going a bit deeper with the different battle plans and things like that. There's also going to be fighter cards, ability cards for both the warbands, 18 dice, and a token board as well, a range ruler, and altogether 63 tokens that you need to keep track of the game. That sounds pretty good. It looks like you've got pretty much everything there. You've got the main rules, you've got the tokens that are the main game, and they're not a different version. You've got 2 really solid warbands to get started with. You can certainly develop those with other models from the range. So I think this is looking like it could be a really good option. Of course, price is going to come into it, because if you can get one of the other previous starter sets still, like Red Harvest, for example, or any of the Gur ones, then you're going to probably get a better deal, but we'll have to wait and see. If the price is good, this could be a really nice option to get started with. It's good the article mentioned that the board is going to be cardboard, because in some of the leaked pictures, like this one, it looked like it was going to be one of those just poster kind of thick paper boards, and it's going to be double-sided. So you'd get this one, which is the original Warcry board, on one side, and then if you flip it over, you've got the frozen side here, which is used a lot in the photos. So hopefully it definitely is cardboard, because that'll be a big improvement for sure. This might have been a tester maybe, who knows, but there we go. Here's some other leaked pictures. It's going to be in Spanish, so if you can read Spanish, what I'll do is I'll just leave some of these up in closer detail for a few seconds so you can pause and have a read through. So if you want to have a look at the abilities and you can read Spanish, then here we go. Here's the first one. So I'll just do it for a couple of seconds. If you pause it now, you can read that, and then we'll move on to the next one. So there we go. So that's going to give you an idea of the abilities. Otherwise, we're just going to have to wait for another article. We did get the leaks though for the fighter cards, so that's really good. We can have a good idea here of the point values and things like that. If these leaked pictures are correct, then you're looking at 565 points. And looking at the stats, these aren't messing around. They've got some really good speed, looking at 5 inches for most of them, except for the one in the bottom right, which has got 6-inch movement. A fair amount of wounds, going from 16 to 18 to 26. Toughness isn't too bad either. And they can also dish out quite a bit of wounds. They're looking for mortal wounds there. Looking at some of those, they're really good. So 2 or 6 or 3 and 6, that's not bad at all. And then for the Stormcast, we're looking at 660 points, a little bit more. And again, good movement. We've got 5-inch, 5-inch, 4-inch, and then 12-inch. And then looking at some wounds, they're pretty healthy as well. Toughness is very good at 5. And then their wound, they're not going to put out as much damage, but I think there's a good amount of attacks there with the leader dishing out 5. So that's pretty nice. But all up, looking pretty interesting this. I think this would be a really good place to get started, looking at what I've seen so far, and hopefully these cards are right. That's all we know for now then. Looking forward to finding out more about this. And don't forget, all the rules are free to download as well. So if you haven't played, but you do play Age of Sigmar and you've got some models, you don't need to buy any of this. You can use the models you've got. You can get the rules for free, including all the fighter cards and abilities for every faction. That's all available on the Warhammer community site. So certainly no need to really spend any money if you already play Age of Sigmar. You can get playing Warcry really easily now, which I think was a good move by the Games Workshop team. I'd love to know what you think about this starter set. Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you like what they've done here? Do you think it needs a bit more terrain though, something different to give a little bit extra height for that dynamic movement? Or do you think this is enough just to get started with? Looking forward to reading your comments. And it's been a really great few days for Warcry as we saw the monster killers recently, didn't we, at the Warhammer preview? That was awesome to see some Cruel Boys getting a full warband and some very nice models there, including some baboons, which is really fun. A massive thank you to everyone who sponsored the channel this month, including Baron of Dice, Free Company, and everyone who helped support my tournament this weekend. Couldn't do it without them, so it'd be great if you check them out. I'll put a link at the end of this video so you can watch some more Warcry content with that new warband that was featured. But that's it from me for now. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you liked the video. If you did like it, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.